welcome back to Oretha's Kitchen. I'm so happy to see you here again. And I hope you enjoy the recipes I have shared with you on my channel, right? But I want to tell you today I have another cookie recipe, and it's ginger snaps. If you love ginger snaps, you definitely will love this one. And it's hot and spicy and had all different kind of flavors to it. And boy, you know, like they are some wonderful cookies to make. Okay, so today I want to share with you, we're going to make the perfect ginger snap cookies that are chewy, and you would definitely, like I said earlier, love them. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, one of the main ingredients that you were going to put in here is like ginger, fresh ginger. Okay, so we're going to take a time, we're going to peel it. Let's peel this ginger. And we're going to grate the ginger. And we need about 2 tablespoons full. Sometimes it can be kind of tough, you know, to peel. All right, we got 2 pieces that are peeled, as you see. So now we're going to grate it because we want 2 tablespoons, okay, to put in our cookies, okay. So let's go ahead and start and get started and grate it, okay. And then you can get your a nice small grater. This is one I so happen to have that I use on a regular basis, and the ginger is pretty strong too. And this can be a little bit time consuming. So like I would say that you can do this in advance. Okay, and there you have about 2 tablespoons of fresh not ground ginger, but fresh ginger. Okay, so we're going to put it aside, and for later we're going to add it in. And I'm going to tell you some of the ingredients that you're going to need for these ginger snap cookies. Okay, what you're going to need some brown sugar. Okay, you're going to need some, of course, all-purpose flour. Okay, some granulated sugar. Okay, and you're going to need some baking powder. Well, actually, this is baking soda. Okay, and you're going to need some butter, unsalted butter, and of course, some good old molasses. As you can see, make sure you see it good. Okay. And, a couple of eggs. Okay. And you're going to, need, as I say, some ginger. Fresh ginger that's been grated. Okay. And with your spices, you're going to need some cayenne pepper. Okay, ginger, cinnamon, black pepper, ground cloves, and salt, okay? Okay, now you're going to put all your dry ingredients together. Now you're going to need 2 1/2 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. And you're going to need 2 teaspoons of baking soda. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And, of course, you're going to need a half of... Okay? And, you're going to mix it, very well with a whisk. And then you're going to set aside, and then we'll go to the next step. For this next step, you're going to need to heat your ingredients. You're going to add 1 stick of butter, and you're going to let it, melt. Okay. Another half. So that's 1.5 stick of butter, which is like 12 tablespoons. Okay. And then you're going to add your spices. Okay, and your spices you're going to add. Let's turn that. Make sure it's turned down low. Okay, and you're going to add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Okay, and then you're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. Okay, let's turn it off. Let's turn it off and add all the ingredients and then heat it. Okay, 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. You're going for black pepper. You're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And you're going to need also for ginger, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of ground ginger. And you're going to need a dash of cayenne pepper. Okay, and let's stir, let's turn it on and make sure all the butter has melted. So let's give it a stir. And just heat it for about 1 minute to make sure all the butter has melted. Okay. And just remember, put all the spices in there and then turn the heat on and put aside so it can cool off. Okay, in this large bowl right here, I'm going to combine the warm spice butter. Okay, and I'm going to add the dark brown sugar to it. Dark brown sugar, which is let me see, 1 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar. Okay, let's turn the mixer on. One-4 cup of molasses. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the grated fresh ginger. About to add like 1 whole egg and 1 yolk. Okay, and I'm going to beat this egg and yolk until it's fully incorporated. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the next step, I'm going to gradually add the dry flour mixture to the wet ingredient. I'm going to mix them on a low speed, and the dough will be kind of soft. So let me go ahead and let's do that. And as you see, the dough is well combined. Okay. Okay, and there you have it. Okay, and we're going to chill the dough in the refrigerator for at least a 1 hour. No, and if you want to, you can do it overnight. Okay, and then we can shake and bake our cookies in the morning, or we can do it after 1 hour. Okay, so I'm going to place it in the refrigerator and for 1 hour and let it set, and then I'll be right back with you, and then we're going to bake the cookies. Hello, I'm back. It has been 1 hour that the cookie dough has been in the refrigerator. So I took it out of the refrigerator like that, and so this is what it looks like right now. So I'm going to use a cookie scoop and whatever, okay? And you need 1/2 cup of sugar because you're going to dip the scoop and then ball, then you're going to roll the sugar in the ball. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin, and we're going to see how many cookies we're going to get. Okay, here you have your sugar here, okay, and you're going to sprinkle your sugar there, like 1/2 cup of sugar, okay, and sprinkle it. Okay, and then you're going to scoop, scoop 1 ball like this, okay, and then you're gonna roll it, roll into a ball, okay, and then, dab it in the sugar, okay, and place it on the mat right here, okay, and we're gonna continue that until we complete this. I believe it's 13 cookies on this sheet. 13. So let's continue to get the balls. Roll. Okay, there you have your 13 cookies. Now we're going to set our oven, I believe, to 350 degrees, and we're going to give it a few minutes to warm before we place the cookies inside. And we're going to bake these cookies for 10 to 12 minutes until the edges are set and the top of it is kind of cracked. Okay, and then they will look, slightly underbaked in the center, but they'd be nice and chewy and stuff, and be very good cookies. Okay, and then we're going to let them cool for about 5 minutes on the rack. Okay, so let's go ahead and place in the oven. I said 10 to 12 minutes. Yeah, and I'm going to set my timer for that time. Okay, it's been about 12 minutes, so I'm gonna get ready to take them out of the oven. Okay, and there you have it right there. So give it about 5 minutes to cool in the pan, and then I'm gonna put it on the rack. And as you see, as you get a little closer, and as you can see, they're nice and brown and round, and then the crack, come from the sugar that was placed on top. And boy, aren't they beautiful? Okay, and give it about 5 minutes to cool, and then we're gonna taste one before we put it on the rack. Okay, the cookies have cooled on the pan, so this is what they look like. Isn't that beautiful, beautiful cookie? Okay, so now let's go ahead and try it and see how it tastes. Nice and soft and chewy. All kinds of different flavors mixed together. This is a very delicious cookie. So why don't you try it, okay? And be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, right? And tell me how you like these cookies, and try some of my other cookies too. Because I have a dark chocolate chip cookie, and I also have oatmeal raisin. So you can try those two too. And leave some comments, So anyway, so you take care and be blessed. And I'll see you on the next time, And anyway, be safe. See you later. Bye-bye.